Oh my God. This is so pretty. Oh my God. Thank you, Jesus.
What do you think? What do you think?
I don't know what he said.
Warrick, you spent the morning in Newark, New Jersey, giving a home to a single parent. As part of your Homes for the Holidays program, the 150th home you've given to a single parent. Why is it so important to you to make such a difference in the lives of others?
I think it's important because of what I've learned at 18 years old, growing up in Baton Rouge, losing my mom at 18, and the city of Baton Rouge taught me what it means to give back, to care about your neighbor. And I just felt it was important to see positive change. It gives people hope, and I like to see people smile.
You started your charitable endeavors in your rookie year, starting Home for the Holidays. Do you remember that moment where it really clicked for you?
Honestly, I had no idea what I was doing. I mean, the first year was like a blur. And when I was actually handing over the keys and I was getting the reactions of their families, I had no idea. I was thankful, like, ooh, this is pretty cool, this or that. But when I went home later that night and looked at the television, that's when I started to understand, it's like, wow, I impacted a family in a way that is life-changing. I think from that experience, next thing I was like, I want to do this again, but I need to go home to Louisiana. This is where it all started for me. My mom, she relied on me a lot to grow up and be the man of the house for her while she was working. And over the years, I've learned how tough she was, that she was a parent that didn't play. People didn't try her in a sense. She was one that was athletic but loving, but she wanted you to always stay in your place, you know, be a kid, or you know, just really thrive to be the best that you can be.
You were 18 when you lost your mom, when she was tragically killed in an off-duty assignment as a police officer.
I hung up that phone and was looking at my mom on the table. I knew right then and there that, you know, I need to look after my brothers and sisters. So the decision was already made. And I just had no idea how I was going to keep us together, what I was going to do. But my focus was to make sure that we stay together as a family. And they were my responsibilities. So I just think it was just instincts kicked in, that family first. And I was going to make sure that I looked after my family.
Was there almost a sense that you spent your career, you know, running from some of the pain, some of the painful memories that you had from your childhood?
I think I ran for a lot of people.
Sliding at the 30, jab step, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Warrick Dunn!
Warrick Dunn, what a play! This guy can scoop. Big run, Warrick Dunn.
I knew that other people were depending on me. And I would tell you I was running for my life because it wasn't just about me. I was the head of my household, and I had to set the example. And football was just one of those outlets that I was able to do that.
Let's talk about some of the people who've played a role in shaping you as a person. I know many have shaped the person you are. You played college football under Coach Bobby Bowden.
We got 30 more minutes. No, we got 30 more minutes. Oh, okay. Everybody ready to go? Let's go, man. Let's do this now.
I think people are placed in your life for certain reasons, and he was there for me. He was someone that listened to me and understood what I was going through. He can relate, and he treated all of his players like they were his sons. A figurehead that you can look up to, but putting God first, taking all the players to church before, black church and a white church, you know, Catholic, Baptist church, before the season starts. I mean, to me, that was really bringing us together as a unit, accepting each other for who we are. And I'm thankful for Coach Bowden. From Coach Bowden, you go to Coach Dungy, who, you know, given us the opportunity to mature, grow, challenging us to be better than the norm. I think both of those guys have had a positive impact long-term on me. And It helps me not forget about my past, but embrace it and challenge it and be forward thinking. How can I make the future for the generation behind me better?
Hands up, don't shoot! Hands up, don't shoot! What do we want? Justice! Now!
You wrote a very passionate piece for the Atlanta Journal-Constitution this summer after the shootings in Baton Rouge, saying that you struggle emotionally to understand why and how police officers are being targeted in the way they are. We can't just sit around and talk about how horrible all this is. We have to do something, and that means it always starts with the individual. Do you think your firsthand connection to gun violence can help prompt change?
There are pros and cons to owning a gun, and the negative is that lives are lost. And how can we control that and put a stop to people using guns for a senseless act? And writing that piece, I was emotional, and it took me back to 1993 when I lost my mom. And when you have incident after incident after incident across this country, and you can see that it's just starting to ball, racial tensions, just a lot of hatred things going on in the society. I just felt like I needed to bring a voice to it. This is a different world that we live in, and everyone views the world a lot differently, so what can we do to continue to try to make this world a better place, not just for us today, but we have a generation that's coming behind us that if we don't make positive change, it's going to be a rude awakening.
You lost your mom 23 years ago. Where would you like to see our society, our country be 23 years from now?
I have a family. I want this world to be the best place that it can be for them. 23 years from now, I'm gonna be an old man, right? They're divided in this country. We still have people that are racist, and you have people on the opposite fence. We need to really learn to bridge that gap. The decisions we make today impact the generation behind us, and someone has to set an example for those guys so that they can impact the generation that's going to come behind them. So anything that we do, we have to be forward thinking and thinking about the future of our kids in this country. Where do we want to go?
Warrick, thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thanks for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you.